Hi everyone, my name is Rachel. When I was just 5, I was diagnosed with SCID, meaning I am allergic to everything. Since then, my mom just transformed into this paranoid monster. She declared everything unsafe and watched me like a hawk.
Hey, you can't eat that!
Stop it, Mom. It's just cereal.
Yes, but you have never had it at this place before. What if it turns allergic? What if...
I was getting enough of it. One day, when I was 15, I saw the neighbors' kids going to a party in the neighborhood. I wanted to go so bad and prove to Mom that I could survive outside. So I grabbed my shoes and ran out the door. If I could make it out to the birthday party this time, I need not be locked up like Rapunzel anymore. I ran as fast as I could. Then, I started to feel my lungs give up. Oh no, my mom couldn't be right. The last thing I remember before passing out was the sun shining so brightly, blinding my eyes. When I woke up, Mom was looking over me in the hospital. I must now admit my defeat and get ready to start living by her rules. But then, the doctor dropped a bombshell on us. Well, particularly on Mom.
I know your daughter has a condition, but keeping her away from everyone doesn't help her. Give her immune system a chance to grow. You should send her to school.
I could see Mom's face turn red as I hugged the doctor. She couldn't fight it, and I got registered for school the next week. To someone that's been homeschooled all through their life, this was huge. On my first day, I had butterflies in my stomach.
Rachel, I know you're excited, but I will only let you go on one condition. You will always wear this mask and gloves. Please.
Mask and gloves? God, I knew my mom was gonna have it her way. Now I had to choose between looking like a dork and being trapped in like Rapunzel. Dork it is. High school was like everything I dreamt it would be. The popular kids on the sides of the hallway and the dorks scrambling to class. I expected everyone to laugh at me once I walked in, but they barely noticed me. I was practically invisible the entire day, and I thought it was better than being bullied. Well, but by the second week, I was tired of eating lunch by myself. One day, I went over to a table. Hello, my name is Rachel. I am new here, and I was wondering if I could sit at your table? They just laughed and started throwing their food at me. I was about to yell when suddenly the janitor lady came to the table and defended me.
Hey, that's not nice. You see, she's new. You should try to...
Wait. That janitor sounded too familiar. I could recognize that voice anywhere. Mom? What are you doing? Why are you here?
Oh, baby, I just wanted to come check up on you and be sure you're wearing the mask and gloves as promised.
I was so upset. She chose to embarrass me in front of everyone. That was it. I immediately ripped off my mask, threw the gloves away, and started to run as fast as I could away from my mom. But then, I felt my throat starting to close up, and I passed out in front of the whole school, as if my day wasn't bad enough yet. When we got home, Mom tried to apologize, but I didn't want to listen. Back at school, I wasn't invisible anymore. I was now the sick girl with a drama queen mom. Everywhere I went, people laughed at me. One day, I was having lunch alone when a boy came to sit with me. I recognized him from my class, but he had never spoken to me before.
Hey, is your offer for a friend still open?
Great, so he must have been sitting at the table that day. I was so embarrassed. But he just smiled at me, and he sat near me and ate a sandwich. His name was Josh, and he was so much of a talker, a football player, and always sweaty and dirty from practice. My mom would pass out if she ever saw me sitting with his germs.
So why do you wear the masks, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a germaphobe. This just makes me feel comfortable.
Oh, dear. No wonder how you feel about sports then.
Josh was the school sweetheart, and not a lot of people liked seeing us together. But he didn't care. Soon, we were hanging out even outside lunch hours. He would come over to my house and we would work on our team project and then watch Netflix. My mother, obviously, couldn't stand any of it. Every time he came over, she was like a restless chicken. One day, we were watching a movie in my room when Josh leaned in for a kiss. I wanted to kiss him so badly, but I was worried that I would have an allergic reaction to the kiss. So I moved away.
Oh, sorry. You don't like me?
No, I do like you.
But not enough to kiss me?
No, it's more complicated than that. I could see the disappointment in his face, and before I could say anything, Mom barged in.
Josh, it's late. Won't your mom be looking for you?
Yes, right. I'm out. Bye.
Gosh, I couldn't believe I just did what I did. The next couple days, I skipped school just to avoid seeing Josh, and he never called or visited me either. He must have been so hurt. It was better I told him the truth. So the next morning, I went early to class and waited for him. He didn't come, but the others did, and they all saw me and started behaving so weirdly, laughing and gossiping, looking at me and their phones. What the freckles? That's me.
Yes, you! No kiss, girl!
How did something that happened in my room get onto the internet? Did Josh? Oh my God! As I was standing there, struck by shock, Josh casually walked by the corridor. I ran and stopped him, but he swiped my hand aside and kept walking. How dare he? So this is how you show how much you like me?
What's your problem? I did try to show my love the other way. You didn't seem to like it, so...
So? You'll do this? I never thought you'd be so cheap, Josh. You have any idea about my real condition? I'm not just a germaphobe. I can be allergic to anything and everything, all right? That's why I didn't kiss you. I was scared. Now go and make a meme about this too. I'm done.
What? Rachel, wait! Let's talk!
I ran home crying and hugged Mom tight. You were right, Mom. Always right. I should have never gone out to school. I should have never left home in the first place.
Honey, what happened?
She kept asking, but I had no answer. One thing I knew for sure, I was not gonna go outside anymore. Days passed. I changed my phone number, continued my classes online, stayed indoors 24/7, playing with my hair and watching Hear My Story. You should totally subscribe and watch those awesome videos too. I thought Mom would be happy with this behavior, but no. She was starting to dislike the whole idea.
Rach, we have a wedding to go to this weekend, and this is your favorite Aunt Emma. You'll definitely come, won't you?
Mom, what are you trying to do? Isn't this what you actually wanted? I'm inside. I'm safe.
But you're not happy. This is not what I wanted.
Look. I'm smiling, all right? Now let me be. Give Aunt Emma my wishes. But Mom was not a quitter. Just weeks later, she came up with a bizarre plan.
Bonjour, my Rach. How would you like a visit to France?
France now? Wow, she's really gone out of her way this time. But I too thought maybe a new place would make me feel better, so I said yes to Mom. Little did I know, it wasn't just a tourist visit, but a permanent shift. But our place in France was calm and nicer than before. The little lake behind our tiny house was all things peaceful. I even started fresh classes online, but there was one problem. The language. I told Mom, and she immediately jumped into looking for French tutors all over the internet. Then, one fine day, there was a knock on the door, and I opened it to see a young, handsome French guy.
Bonjour, Miss Rachel. Heard all about you. You're far brighter than the sunflowers. Why hide behind these small towers?
Creepy? I was about to kick him out when Mom came yelling from behind.
Monsieur Blaise, how very good to see you, sir.
Sir? Madam Mother, may I have a word with you, please? I pulled Mom aside, knowing she messed up big time. That boy was the tutor she hired? Please tell me this is a joke. We talked about online classes. We talked about old, experienced professors. How did this bad joke Blaise fit in?
With the little money we have, he's the best we can afford, honey. Old ones cost more. Online tutors are hard to find.
And just like that, I was put on a table in front of that ever-smiling French guy. If you could stop smiling, please. I'm allergic to quite a lot of things. You'll never know.
Oh, how good it is to...
And no jokes. Or poems. However you call this. I hated Blaze, not just because of his senseless poems. It's just that I didn't want to be seeing any boy at all after Josh. I couldn't forget the good and bad times I had with him, and I did not want to repeat. So I had to stay away from Blaze, even though he was irresistibly handsome. If there was one person enjoying the time we both spent together, it's Mom.
I see you and Blaze getting along well. Let's invite him over for lunch tomorrow.
No!
We're gonna have your 18th birthday the French way. Let's invite Blaze too.
No!
Can we have some movie time with...
Mom! I know what you're getting to. What? Do you want me to date him? Or marry him?
No, Rach. I just want you back. My little rebel, explorer girl. I'm just wishing that someone, maybe Blaze, should help you through it.
Mom was right. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on myself after all. So, from the next day on, I tried to loosen up a little with Blaze. And yes, he seemed like a nice, fun guy. He even let me braid his hair one day. We slowly got talking about our families, friends, and even Josh. What hurts me the most is I truly loved him.
Not your fault. He's just undeserving. Would you like a poem that comforts you now?
No thanks. I'd like your shoulder instead. I leaned on him and felt like my heart was light and worry-free already. I'd found a friend in him. Mom was so happy when I finally invited him for dinner that night. Blaze came with a large bouquet of flowers. I sneezed 100 times the moment I got it from him. Gosh, embarrassing.
I'm so sorry. I should have known. I should have asked.
It's all right, actually. Achoo! I'm happy seeing this old version of me again. Achoo! Aren't you, Mom?
Oui.
She hugged me, and suddenly life got better. But the very next day, some thug-looking men moved into our next house, and since then, strange things started happening at home. One night, I heard Mom screaming from her room. I ran and found her sitting by her closet crying. Mom, what's happening? Are you okay?
I'm not okay. It's gone. Your dad's only memory. My wedding ring.
We looked all over the room and everywhere in the house. It really was gone. But how? We thought it might be our weird neighbors. But Mom was so hesitant to go to the cops because there seemed to be a little problem with our visa. But horrible things didn't stop. Expensive things were going missing day by day. We were thinking of hiring a security when Blaze came up with a better option.
Trust me, I'm made for many things. With my family away, I had to do multiple odd jobs to set my feet down. So being a security guard won't be tough.
No, we really can't trouble you that much, Blaze.
This is no trouble. Besides, I could really use the extra money. And possibly a little place to stay, close to family.
Well, that sounded charming. I had no idea that he had been living alone, longing for family love. We immediately took him in and let him stay in the attic. And after that, no such incidents happened. Blaze truly was blazing. You don't have to, you know. Just get warm by the fireplace.
Well, as a thank you, I'd like to take you out tomorrow.
What?
Nothing like a date. Just a casual outdoor walk. You can never truly learn a language without knowing its people and culture. Let me teach you the proper way just once, please?
I said yes. And the next day, in a very long time, I dressed up and got ready to go out with a boy. Mom was jumping like a happy kid. Blaze took me to some of the finest places around. We had lunch at a beautiful restaurant. Then he took me by surprise when he got me into a train. Train? Why here?
Where else do you think you'll find the most authentic common people?
We laughed and talked about the different kinds of people on board, when suddenly, I noticed Mom's wedding ring on his finger. That ring! Is it my mom's? I mean, I thought he'd say no, but he just smirked. So, it's you? All along? And we let you stay inside and steal without effort? Oh, boy! As the train was about to start, Blaze pushed me further inside and jumped out. What the psych? I didn't even know where the train was going. I started panicking and went almost out of breath. Just then, someone from behind pulled me closer and kissed me. It was the most magical moment of my life. I opened my eyes and saw it was Josh. You. How?
So, you are not allergic to kiss after all.
How can you joke like nothing's wrong between us? He then said he's sorry for casually saying about our kiss incident to one of his best friends, but had no idea it spread all over the internet like fire.
I could never forgive myself. I found the whole background only recently. Been looking for you ever since. Changed your number, changed to a different country. Gosh, you really are a girl of a kind.
Oh my god, he's come for me? Crossing the oceans? I pulled him into a tight hug. I told him all about Blaze and what a psychopath he was. We got off at the next station and went home to Mom. She was sitting on the lawn crying.
Rach, I just came back from the market. Someone took everything. Jewels, dresses, money, everything. We should call Blaze.
Call the cops on Blaze, Mom. We told her the whole story, and she called the cops who assumed they'd catch him soon. We then left France. Back to our lovely home and happy life. Mom apologized for hiring Blaze in the first place, and we understood how one wrong decision made in haste can turn everything upside down, just like it did to my Aunt Emma. Remember, she was about to get married? Well, that never happened. You know why?
Nathan, where are you? It's our wedding day, remember? Yes, of course I'm here. Where are you? Babe, I love you. Why are you doing this to me? Again?
At the courthouse, Emma, beautifully dressed as a bride, is frustratingly trying to coerce her fiancé to show up and marry her.
What do you mean she's late? I thought that she was the ringer. I've got less than 20 minutes. I don't care how you do it, just find me a bride. And you've got less than 20 minutes.
Wait, it's Amber, isn't it? Nate? Nathan? Did you hang up on me?
Meanwhile, a panicked Eric is talking to his assistant and is still desperate to find himself a bride.
You have to understand that if this marriage doesn't happen, there is no business, there is no money. I've got less than 10 minutes now. Just find me a bride.
Heartbroken, and now fueled by a jealous spite, after realizing the depth of Nathan's betrayal, Emma approaches Eric Roberts.
I'll marry you. Will you marry me?
Look, miss, I appreciate the offer, but I've already got a bride. I just don't know where she is.
Yeah, are you sure about that, Romeo? Look, my fiancé is clearly having an affair and afraid to commit, so it is over. And it's obvious that time isn't on your side either. Plus, what am I supposed to do with these flowers?
Okay, fine. Let's get married.
Eric Roberts has never believed in love, let alone marriage. However, being forced with the very real possibility that he is about to lose his business and personal fortune, he is between a rock and a hard place. So today, he has no choice but to finally get married. Today.
I call this court to order. We are gathered here today by witness of the state to marry you, Eric Roberts, and you.
Tell the judge your name.
Emma Miller.
After hearing her speak her name, Eric is taken aback. For the first time, he really looks at Emma, and her beauty mesmerizes him. Who is Emma Miller, and why is she getting married so hastily? To a total stranger at that. Has Emma fallen into a trap in desperation? To find out, listen to the audiobook, The Billionaire's Accidental Bride.
I know you like Hear My Story, and why shouldn't you? If you want HMS to get bigger and better, show your support by downloading Pocket FM. Download Pocket FM by clicking this button, or click the link in the description, or just simply search Pocket FM on the Play Store or App Store.